everyone, you can call me Buster, and today I'd like to show you how to build this cool little contraption behind me that I like to call the coin flipper. So as you can see here, we have two redstone lamps, one labeled with heads and one labeled with tails. If we hit this button here, heads, heads that time, heads again, heads, tails, heads, tails, it's a completely random coin flipper that gives you two separate outputs. If we go behind here, you'll see it's actually quite simple for the most part. You can see all the redstone right here. What we do is we have the button on the other side of this dropper right here. Inside we have the usual suspects, a non-stackable item, as well as a item that stacks up to 64. And whenever we hit the button, it's going to shoot one of those items randomly into this hopper here, which then gets read by the comparator. If it's the stackable item, then the signal length will be 2, or technically I guess it would be longer? No, it wouldn't. No, it wouldn't. Ignore me. Anyway, it'll be 2, and then it'll go through here, and that's our heads, as you can see. But then it also goes onto this observer, which activates this, and shoots up this piston so that these repeaters right here are not able to go through into the tail circuit. However, if it is the stackable item, the signal length will only be 1, meaning it doesn't hit this observer. It goes straight through here, hits that block, goes around, and hits tails. Quite simple, really. So of course it is depending on the dropper to shoot a random item. And of course, if you want just a regular two-way input or two-way randomizer, the dropper, hopper, and the comparator with two redstone lines going into different areas is really all you need. But if you want to make the coin flipper like I have here, then this is a quite simple way to do it. And I made it, 3 wide, so it's not so hard to slot into a wall. As you can see here, if I get rid of all of these blocks, it's nice and simple. So let me show you how to build this. So in the shulker box right here, you will see the exact amount of materials you will need to build this design. The iron blocks can be any solid block of your choosing. You probably won't need 64 either, but whatever, I choose to put 64 in there, just better safe than sorry, as you know. So choose where you want to build your coin flipper. Build a 3x3 panel right here. We're going to start by knocking out these two side blocks and placing redstone lamps, and place a button on the middle bottom block here. Swing around back on the middle bottom block, place the dropper facing up with a hopper facing into that dropper. At this point, you can go ahead and put in your non-stackable item and a stackable item. Then we're going to go 6 blocks back, just like this, in a 2x3 pattern like that. And we're going to place your comparator right here. Then go ahead and break this block. I'm going to grab my observer. Yeah, right there is fine. Make sure it is facing down like this, with the face on top and the back side facing downwards. We're going to place a redstone dust right here and right here. Then we're going to place a redstone repeater right here, set to the 3rd tick. Next, we're going to go back 2 blocks and 3 blocks right like so. Place your sticky piston facing upwards right here with a block on top. Little note, this could be a normal piston if you wanted it to be. Just make sure there's a gravity block on top of here, meaning sand, gravel, or concrete powder if you like. Then we're going to place 2 repeaters like so. Set this one to the 4th tick, so it's 5 ticks in total. Then just go ahead and place 1, 2, 3 redstone dust, as well as 2 repeaters, and make sure that one of them is on 2 ticks for a total of 3 ticks. Next, you're going to want to take your note blocks, place them right here. Now, these don't need to be note blocks if you don't want to use note blocks. You can use any solid block, but I like to use these because it gives you an indicator of, high or low notes. So there's like that. Whoops. You can tune them like that, and it makes it sound kind of cool. That's how I have them tuned over here anyway. So that's it, almost done. Next, we just need to do the bottom blocks here. Place up like so. Place a redstone dust right here. No, that's not a redstone dust. Alright, redstone dust right there, a repeater right here, running into a block, running into a redstone dust, and finally, place a block underneath that sticky piston. And that should be your coin flipper all done. Now if you want to, you can of course label these. Whoops, that's not the block I wanted that on. We'll make this one heads, and this one, tails. And you could flip these around if you want, it really doesn't matter. Now if we hit this, you'll see heads, tails, tails, tails. Give me heads. I want to show off heads again. There it is. Yay! So yeah, as you can see, it's really quite simple to build. It's pretty small, nice and compact. Gives you a pretty random output. Now, the one thing that you may have noticed is that it takes a lot longer to activate the left one than it does the right one. It takes about a second, whereas heads is almost instant. Come on, show me heads again. I want to see heads. See, this is... I can't control it at all, obviously. Come on. Come on, there it is. Yeah. Anyway, heads is a lot faster than tails. That's just because of the way I had to put in this delay. The way it actually works is this will shoot up this piston when it's heads, which means that this set of repeaters won't be able to send power through it to the other side. And as a result of that, I had to make this repeater line have a lot of delay so that there's enough time for me to fire up the piston before it has time to send its power through. But anyway, that's going to be it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed. Please remember to leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe before you go. But until next time, goodbye everyone.